Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to day 2 of Ramadan with Hayat Academy. We are doing Surah Insan. Today, inshallah, we will be looking at verse 2. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا خلقنا الإنسان من نطفة أمشاج نبتليه فجعلناه سميعا بصيرا. Verily, we created man out of a drop of intermingled sperm so that we might try him, and we therefore endowed him with learning, hearing, and sight. Yesterday, we spoke about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about human creation, asking us to think about a time period when we were not even worthy of mentioning, that human beings were non-existent, so non-existent that we were not even worthy of mentioning. Lam yakun shay'an madhkura. And in this verse, from that non-existing, from that something which is not worthy of even mentioning, Allah is creating human beings. And that process of creation is mentioned in the first part, and the purpose is mentioned in the second part of this verse. The process is Inna khalaqna al-insan. Indeed, we created man or human beings min nutfatin amshaj, from a drop which is mixed. Nutfa, the original meaning of the word nutfa, is given in classical Arabic dictionaries such as Qamus al-Muhit, etc., as something which is a drop of clear water or a small amount of water that remains in a bucket. So meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created human beings from nutfa, meaning Allah created human beings from something which is a drop of water, or something which is remnant in a bucket, or something which is very insignificant as a little bit of water remaining in a bucket. So that's the literal meaning of the word, but here nutfa meaning a drop of sperm, and also not only it is a nutfa alone, but it is a nutfatin amshaj. Amshaj meaning which is a mixture. So when intermingled sperm, or when the sperm is mixed with the ovum of the mother, sperm of the father mixed with the ovum of the mother, a human egg is fertilized and a human being is formed. So this process of fertilization of the egg is mentioned here. The process of creation of a creature, creation of human being is mentioned here as the mixture of sperm and ovum. So it's quite interesting because this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about 1,400 years before, when the technological advances, the scientific advances have not progressed yet, and people are quite unaware of how things are created or how creatures are born. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to educate the people that this is the way Allah has created human beings. The intermingling of sperm and ovum, the mixture from a drop of liquid, which resulted in the creation of human being. And not only human being, this is the process of creation of all the creatures. If you understand a little bit of biology, this is the process of creation of all the creatures. So the idea is that when you're created from something as insignificant as this, and then when you look at it, you do not think that this is once, after a while, is going to be a grown up, fully grown, fully developed, intelligent creature as a human being. When you look at the embryo, or when you look at the period before that, when it is in a pre-embryonic stage, when you look at it, you do not think of it to be something as intelligent and smart and capable creature as a human being. But so the beginning is very humble, the creation is something great, which is unique, which is not comparable to anything else. The creation of all the creatures is what I meant. It's not comparable to any human process, but what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done is something remarkable. And from that humble beginning, Allah created this system, this human system, or developed human being who actually creates his own version of the systems that Allah has created. Now, and after talking about the creation, the process of creation, Allah is talking about the purpose, nabtali, so that we might try him or we might test him. The word nabtali is very often used in the Quran in different forms. In one of the verses in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ, etc. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test human beings with fear and with hunger and with the loss of human beings, loss of people and property, etc. So, and in another verse, in the last Ramadan, we learned about this testing in Surah Al-Mulk, when Allah says, "Alladhi khalaqa al-mawta wal-hayata linabluwakum ayyukum ahsanu amala." That Allah created life and death to test who among us is the best of doers. And Allah uses in some other verse in the Quran when Allah says, وَبَلَوْنَاهُمْ بِالْحَسَنَاتِ وَالسَّيِّئَاتِ, that Allah will test them with something that is good and something that is bad. So all that is good and bad is a test. So we human beings are in this test of our life. We are doing our test that Allah is testing us and trying us to see. The test is coming in the coming verses when Allah says, "Imma shakiran wa imma kafura." When we reach there, we will inshallah talk in detail about it. So the process of creation is mentioned, the purpose of creation is mentioned, that is nabtali, to test him. And فَجَعَلْنَاهُ سَمِيعًا بَصِيرًا. And by the means of testing, creation, purpose, and the means. Means is فَجَعَلْنَاهُ, Allah gave him, or Allah endowed on human beings سَمِيعًا بَصِير, the hearing, the faculty of hearing and sight. Samia means hearing and basir means sight. And the word Sami and basir in the original text actually imply being sensible and intelligent. Being sensible and intelligent. Because these words of the Arabic language are never used for animals, though animals can hear as well as see. The word Sami and Basir is quite unique for human beings, because human beings are the creatures who are endowed with sight and hearing, but can use those hearing and sight to be sensible and to be intelligent. The human ability to understand, to see things, to hear things, to listen to things and understand and process and decide to do or not to do, to choose between matters. This is human capability, which is unique to human beings, which came out of intelligence. So the means of testing is our intelligence, our choices that we make with these faculties given to us, with all the senses that are provided to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So from the humble beginning, as we are doing the test, are we arrogant or thinking ourselves or forgetting our beginning, which is quite beginning of a very insignificant one? Are we forgetting that, or are we thinking ourselves to be superior to everything and taking everything for granted, or are we using our faculties in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in doing righteousness and forbidding evil? This is verse number 2 for you. Inshallah, we will discuss another verse in tomorrow's session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.